What is up, guys? Jake from One Hive here with the next cleanup video. And as you can see in the background, this is going to be one where I have to be cleaned up. This was our war from Syracuse, and a base that I was hitting was a fresh base. And I thought I had a good game plan for it, and I think in hindsight I did. But for some reason, I am cursed when it comes to on first attacks hitting bases to where there's troll, either triple or quad Teslas in a place that you wouldn't expect it. Uh, it actually makes the base weaker for cleanup, but on the first attack, it can screw you up, and it often does for me, like it did in this attack here. As you can see, if you can believe it, I'm actually bringing a quad Quakes attack. The plan was this, to send a golem in here, wizards behind there to clean all that out. I went really heavy on the wizards on this side because obviously I wanted this funnel to be created. Let that develop. Then I dropped my Quakes right here, opened this all up, sent a third golem in with 2 witches and the king and queen right up the middle. Got a nice rage form and a poison for the CC troops. It turns out to be a lava hound, so that was sort of wasted, which, again, you wouldn't have known that without attacking. So go through there, and then I've got a nice jump spell to let everything in through the core here to the backside to take out these queen and just continue on through the base. A lot of tanking, a lot of stuff going in through the base like that, and it works really well. That base just gets hollowed out. I was expecting a Tesla right here or somewhere in this area over by that wizard tower. Didn't know where it would be, but I thought, okay, probably a Tesla there, a natural spot for one, and then the rest of them spread out in the base somewhere. And what hurt me even worse, I had these 17 balloons, so I was going to send in 3 balloons right here, send in one and then another couple, just preparing for that Tesla, and then just work my way around the base, just 2 for everything else that's exposed. As you see here, then should be in a pretty good position. It would have had 2 for over here. Once the queen and everything stepped into the core and got all this down. Didn't go exactly to plan. The queen dies before this air defense goes down. But what really screwed me was, as the attack is progressing, a Tesla pops right here. So I'm thinking, okay, there's the Tesla, just like we thought it might be. I start my deployment of my loons, and I don't know if you guys do this, but I tend to. When I start my deployment on my loons, I work around the base. I mean, as soon as I'm dropping them, I'm on to the next one, and I'm not really watching the balloons do their thing. So when I drop these balloons, I just work my way up all the way around the top, and when I look down, there's 3 Teslas right here. And of course, those balloons just got absolutely roasted. So I tried to adjust and just drop another group of balloons, but honestly, that was dumb. With 3 Teslas and nothing to tank for it, I don't know. I mean, it would take a lot of balloons to get in there and get that done. They just burned through them so quickly. Besides that, everything went well. They went up through the base. The queen got taken out. Of course, all this outside ring gets taken out. Everything's dead in here. All of this goes down right here. Those 3 Teslas are obviously still up, and then this little section right over here I don't believe goes down. But for the most part, did a pretty good attack. For a blind attack, guys, again, this type of stuff happens. You can't always predict stuff like that, and I will always find the base that's got the 3 Teslas or quad Teslas grouped together. Let's watch me do it live. We'll come back to the drawing board. All right, here we go with my attack. Again, coming in just from the bottom here, setting the golems down and trying to get all of this trash out of the way. You see, if I get that town hall and that army camp taken care of, and then over here on the left side, obviously, there is a huge funnel. No chance of anything straying going up the middle here. So again, I went heavy on the wizards on the right side. There's a lot of HP over there. Want to make sure and get that taken care of. And didn't want the golem taking just a ton of damage while it happened. I brought plenty of wizards, so 6 left even after all that. Right here, the queen goes down. I drop the Quakes, open up that core. You see how much of the base with that jump spell. I mean, just the whole base, basically. We have access to it. Sending those up the middle. The king goes down a little bit late here. I didn't want anything targeting him, but I saw it was a stinking lava hound, which just, I mean, not a big deal. It just, I wasted some spells on it. Didn't need a poison spell. Didn't need a rage spell for that. Could have used it elsewhere. So anyways, that gets taken down pretty quickly. I wish that golem had gone left, but he went right because these cannons over here sort of focus on my queen in a moment, and they take out my witches as well with help with that mortar. So they go down, but everything's moving right up the core at this point, looking pretty good. The jump spell goes down, which gives the golems the ability to continue moving forward. The king, obviously, the ability to get in there and get a hold of that queen. I have to pop his ability right here. He's getting a little bit low on health. Go ahead and drop it. The queen comes over, and here in just a second, he goes ahead and engages her, takes her down. The queen steps over, targets that air defense just like she was supposed to, but 2-point defense on her here, and I've already used her ability. Start sending the balloons in. You see that one Tesla that was popped there? I looked away, guys. I'm already deploying troops on the top of this base, and when I look back, I'm like, oh no, this is not good. I knew I was in trouble at that point, so I just tried to send all the balloons that I've got left to get in there and take it out. But look how quickly they just absolutely tear through that group of balloons. Just smash it. So it doesn't work. You see the top balloons did their job. The king did his job. Everything went well except for that little section. And again, the queen going down and not targeting that last air defense. So that could have been trouble, but I think I would have had it had the Teslas been spread out in a normal fashion. Right here, the balloons start to take out that last defense they can. Again, all of those Teslas take everything out. The king's going to do a little bit more work, get in on this mortar. He's going to live until he gets in range of that archer tower, and that's going to be that. So that, just didn't go my way. But, not a terrible attack, especially for a first attack. Let's go back to the drawing board and look how J Money cleaned it up. All right, back at the drawing board here. J Money obviously sees the attack and has an easy plan, easy cleanup on a base like this. Again, the bases weren't that great, and when you do that, when you do these troll top bases with Teslas like that, it just makes the cleanup easier. So what J Money does is really smart. He drops his queen down like right here, 4 healers on her there. She's going to take this out. Actually, it might have been a little bit lower than that. But anyways, walks around, gets 2 of those Teslas taken out with the queen walk. So that's just kind of free, taking those out. She continues her way around. As soon as he does that, he drops his golem. Golem similar to what I did. Wizards creates his funnel and then double jumps it. Doesn't even use the quake, just jump, jump. You see he's got the 5 Valks, king, all up the middle there. They tear through this very quickly. Again, when you have that Lava Hound in the CC, you can just ignore it, which is exactly what J Money does. Doesn't care about it. Sprinkles a few hogs in, I think, here to get a few defenses taken out. But then once all that's done, they get in, take the queen out. He just comes in with his hogs on top, actually rages his hogs. So just tears through the top of this base. The queen continues on until she gets up in this area and then shoots through a wall, comes in, gets that last Tesla over here, some of this other stuff. Huge value for this queen walk, and again, just absolutely smashed this base. It really wasn't even close. Let's watch J Money do it, and we will wrap up. All right, here we go with J Money's attack. Again, the queen goes down, starts the queen walk early. Just going to let her start working her way around the base. So that dropped her a little bit lower than what I said there. But goes ahead and drops the golem and that wizard. That's going to break that and push the queen back up towards the north where he wants her to go, which is good. You see, again, the same thing on the right side, just going a little bit heavier on the wizards. A lot of HP to take out over there. Queen walk doing her thing. Those Teslas haven't popped, and they won't until she gets around that corner. Then they'll start popping. First jump goes down right there. King, the Valks, all of that going in. Like how he left that little builder's hut right before that went down. Sent his King and Valks just to draw everything in there. So they're all going to go in. You see the Lava Hound coming out, but nobody cares. It's just sitting there. The queen's starting to target those Teslas. That's nice. Those few hogs were just to trigger that giant bomb, double giant bomb set there. Works perfectly. Again, they're just clearing out the core at this point. Valks jump out a little bit just to take care of that stray air defense. But the golems are doing a lot of tanking. The king's getting in there. He's hardly hurt at this point. Second jump is down. They're going to get right into that queen as soon as this core gets hollowed out. And again, he's got that rage left. No heal for these hogs at the top. Doesn't need them. He knows that the giant bombs are not a threat at this point. Comes in heavy on his hogs, and in just a moment, he's going to drop that rage right there. So they absolutely just tear through their main defenses of this base. What's beautiful about the reason he didn't need a heal was, 1, didn't have to worry about giant bombs, and 2, the golems, the king, all of that was still tanking for him on this side. So really they went through pretty much untouched here. Got a mortar and an archer tower, but he's got a balloon for that archer tower. As soon as it starts targeting those hogs, drops it too little too late. As it retargets the balloon, it is going to get the job done, I believe, right there with maybe a swing from a hog. Right there, perfect. Takes it down. You see the queen's busted through that wall. She's going to come over and take out those last few defenses. I don't know why he didn't use his queen's ability here, but just kept it in the bag, didn't use it. Could have took those out a little bit quicker. But as you can see, the base is wrecked. Wizards around the outside doing cleanup. Queen's still good for cleanup. Got a few hogs left for cleanup. Just absolutely smashed it. Excellent attack, J Money. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, Jake from One Hive, doing my very best to help you guys suck less.